Hello there, people. It is Traumatizidification coming at you on the YouTubes, obviously, because you're on my channel. So anyway, I went ahead and bought myself a nice little game called Starcraft 2, and I've decided that I'm gonna cast some of my games, because something that I've recently noticed is that I suck motherfucking donkey dick in this game. Basically, I'm in the bronze division now. In the last season I was in the silver division for 1v1. Now I'm in the bronze division for 1v1. It's complicated. I bought it just as the season went over, so I literally got to play like, what, 10 games in the silver division, and then the next day the frickin' season resets, so now I'm in bronze. Anyway, this is my first game, which actually put me in bronze from silver. And basically the input I would like is I would like some Starcraft players to tell me how to play this game and tell me exactly what I did wrong. Well, not every single thing. Like, I don't want you to be like, ha 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 ha, at 5 minutes and 12 seconds, you sucked dick and missed a chrono boost. I don't want that shit. I just want, what can I do to improve my gameplay? Now, I'm playing a Terran who's in Silver Division, and he's quite good at this game, I think. Not too sure. He was going for an early gas. Now, one thing that people have said to me is scouting, but I, I'm not good enough at the game yet to know all the counters to all the units, so I'm not too sure what scouting would do for me. I'd be like, oh, right, okay, he has this and that, and, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm gonna do, is probably how that would work out with scouting. So I'm not too enthusiastic about scouting, but if it's a needed thing and I should learn how to do it, please pop down in the comments if I should be scouting or not. Okay, so what you're going to see from me today is very standard, just easy 4-gate from the Protoss. Protoss is my favorite race, by the way. I'm not changing to any other races because Protoss kicks ass for me. I frickin' love it. So, pretty much got my cybernetics core coming out. We're only 4 minutes into the game, so I think that's pretty impressive. Got 2 warp gates coming out, well, 2 gateways coming out here, but I have supply blocked myself. As I said, I was a noob, don't expect anything better from me. And I've almost got the gas for my warp gate. I've got so many things going on now, everything going wrong, I have no idea what to do. I've got 2 zealots coming out now, I think. Yeah, I probably do. Now you see he's not doing too better either. He's got 3 barracks coming down. He's got that early gas production right there. Okay, 2 zealots coming out. I decided to put my warp gate there, and then I'm just like, nah, actually let's put it this side and then pop a pylon with it. So now I've got my 4 warp gates coming out, or 4 gateways, whatever. And my warp gate is also researching, which you can see over there in the production tab. So now I don't know really. He's getting tech labs. I have no idea he's doing this. I'm not going to tell you the end of this game, but, yeah, he was... I will tell you that I got put into the bronze division after this game. So I'm using my chrono boost on the warp gate because I really want it coming out here. So I got 3 pylons. Try not to supply block myself again, but oh, trust me, I do. I supply block myself a lot. One thing I will say about this game is that I didn't exactly have the best tech route. I mean, around about, oh, I don't know, well, this game's only 15 minutes and 37 seconds long. Purely for the reason that I don't want to show the end, because the end was just, well, there's a massive battle, and then he starts production of units, and basically I can't get units out fast enough. But one thing that I think I could have had extra in this game was, I've got my probes out and everything, but my tech route was a little bit, you know? I think I could have had Colossi out instead of going for the Immortals, but I'm not too sure. I'm not very good at this game. I don't know which is better against Terran, Immortals or Colossi, but he did go into Vikings, so I guess if I did go Colossi, I would have been hit by Vikings. So anyway, I got 4 more Zealots coming out here, and then I got all 4 Warp Gates in production. And I've still got lots of probes mining and all that good stuff. And I've got a robotics facility coming up, so right now I think I'm looking pretty good for the 8-minute mark. I've got a pretty good army. I was going for an 11-minute timing push, just coming down here with a pylon, gonna warp in some stalkers and such. And one other thing I need to use is the Guardians. I haven't really gotten very good with them with the force fields. I've been practicing, but only against the AI. There's only so much you can do against the AI. So, my enemy Terran here has got his concussive shells, and I just defeated his army, so I was like, yay, I defeated him in a fight, I'm winning! At the 8-minute mark, I'm actually winning! Haha! But, he starts to rebuild his army, while I'm still building up my army of claws, and supply blocking myself, because I'm so much of a pro, I can get away with supply blocking. Of course, I think he supply blocked himself as well. We're two useless people, that's what we are. So, he's got combat shells, stim, and concussive shells almost done, and I have no upgrades. I've just realized that now. That might be something I want to invest time into. Maybe a forge, or, I don't know, at least charge in my zealots, because I did use quite a lot of zealots this game. Anyway, I seem to be going in for the attack with quite a few zealots, 4 stalkers and an immortal, at 9 minutes, because this is the kind of attack that I wanted to do. I wanted to do a fast timing attack with mainly zealot army, because I know zealots annoy Terran, but unfortunately I completely and utterly miscalculated the defense of my enemy, and then as you saw, I got completely destroyed because I could not fire at his troops, I didn't have enough range units. So now I'm thinking I want to go into stalkers, but I also know marauders are specially made for killing stalkers, so I'm feeling a bit nervous about that. Anyway, I've got 2 immortals coming down here, and I think I can win this engagement, so I'm just going to stay here and fight it off. 2 immortals and a stalker, all those things, but then I warp in some zealots, and that is all she wrote. My zealots go to town. His units are on like 3-4 HP because they've been stimmed 3 or 4 times, I forgot. So I warp in 2 stalkers, and he realizes, yeah, each of those stalkers, it's only a one-hit shot for one-shot kill on his marauders at the moment. So I'm getting some more zealots back up, building up my force again, not demoralized by that at all. But then I'm falling a bit behind on my probe count here. He's got a Viking coming out, going for a Viking harass, which I have never seen before. Maybe a drop. Maybe if he went into dropship harass right now instead of a Viking harass, he actually would have beaten me. But the thing I was doing was, because he came out with the Viking harass right now, I was thinking, okay, so he's going into Vikings, so I definitely shouldn't go into Colossi. Because if I go into Colossi, then he already has the starports open there. So I'm spending all this time teching for Colossi, which will take me 2-3 minutes, when he already has the counters down. And I'm going into frickin' zealots. But what I should have done, at the very, very least, is gone into a forge, so I could get my +1 weapons. Now he's just coming around with the Viking. I've all but non-aware. I've got a second Nexus coming down to try and get the expansion before he does, which I succeed in doing, because apparently he doesn't really want to do that shit. So I've got 6 gateways down here. This is something I like to do. I have no idea why. It's only an extra 300 minerals, and 300 minerals wouldn't have made a difference in this game. Now, he does actually pick off quite a few of my probes with this Viking harass, because it's something I've never seen before, and I was like, what's happening? What's happening? But anyway, I get my zealots in to stop it, and that is all she wrote. Because I also spawned a stalker in, and yeah. So he's got quite a big army coming up here, and I got my stalker coming down. I'm pulling my probes to go to my expansion. What I didn't realize is that I pulled probes from my gas line as well as my mineral line. I've got my Stalker coming in to destroy this Viking. He's not paying attention to that Viking, so instead of focusing on the probes, it focuses on my Stalker. I've got more Immortals coming down here. I've got a Guardian coming down here for the Guardian Shield, but he's got his dropships ready. But he's not actually going to drop with these dropships, thankfully, because that would have completely and utterly pwned me. He's using a lot of scans just to see my army here, which is quite suspicious, because he should be using them as mules. I think if he was using them as mules, he might have won this game. So anyway, I've got my gas back up, and I've got my probes mining the mineral fields again, and I've got my probes working well on my first expansion, even, the Neutral. And it was quite a late expansion, because I've only just set it up now, pretty much, and it's 14 minutes into the game, and then he comes and crushes my army. Those concussive shells, completely and utterly destroying my zealots, because I need charge lots. But I have Stalkers and Immortals sitting down, and my Zealots are coming around the back just to surround them in case they try to run away. Now I have my Guardian Shield put up, which I completely and utterly forgot about. Oh no! Zealots attacking Marauders and Marines. What is there else to say about that? There's not really much, is there? So then I warp in some more Zealots, because Zealots have been going so well for me so far. Get us around off in the last one, and then now I'm going on the offensive. I'm like, yes, I killed his army. Oh yes, I've even got an Immortal left this time. This time I'm not gonna fail in going up this ramp and killing him. This is the end of the game. That's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm taking all my units up there, as well as spawning in some, well, not yet, but I begin to warp in some units on the other side of the map. So now he's got units attacking me, and I'm thinking, oh no, I think I stopped him from doing a drop right here, but no, he's got too many units. Am I gonna push back? Am I gonna pull back? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna stay in here and try to do as much damage as possible, try and make my enemy overcompensate for this attack. And I've got units warping in here, and then now would have been the nice time to attack. If only I knew, if only I had some scouting, if I had an observer out in his base right now, I would have known. He's lifting off his second command center. He has no minerals left. He has very, very few soldiers, and I have 5 Stalkers there. I have enough Stalkers to completely destroy his army and his probe line right now. You know, all I needed was that one observer right then, and that would have been the game there. But now he's brought up his army, and it's getting quite big. My army's getting quite big as well. I've got a lot of Stalkers. Even now, if I was to attack even now, I could have won this game. So, got my probes, attacking the probe line. Look at that. Look at how weak that expansion is. It's got no bunkers down or anything like that. I have a free ticket. He's saying, come on, RTS Trauma, come on, invade me. Take me out, win this game. And I'm like, no. I'm not gonna do it. So I'm whooping in more armies, getting my Zealots down again, no upgrades and anything, not gonna make a forge. Yeah, that's all she wrote, really. Frickin' Stalkers, Immortals, Zealots. He's got 2 Vikings coming out because he thinks I'm gonna go into Colossi, but because you can already produce Vikings with a reactor core, so we can produce 2 at a time. I'm like, no, I don't really want to make Colossi. He's using another scan on my army. I think Dark Templars would have worked. Not too sure. I haven't gone Dark Templar attacking route in ages. This game I was really trying to just get units out just as fast as possible. Just unit. That's why I'm warping out so many Zealots, because I just want to have a big army. I wasn't thinking about my tech route. I wasn't thinking about upgrades. I was just thinking about units. That's all I was doing. Units and probe line. That's all I was doing. So this time I'm coming around here, so we can't attack my army from the cliffs, but all my Zealots are directly fire, but they're still doing nothing because of the concussion shells. My Stalkers are apparently focusing on their Vikings, and now I'm trying to pick off this command center, which would have been very, very good, but whatever, here he comes, and he's got so many more orders versus my Stalkers. I should have pulled back now, but being the idiot I am, I stay in the fight. And then that is all she wrote about this game, guys. This is how I lost, and now I have no way to rebuild my army. He has an army and he's constantly rebuilding it. I try to hold him off, but the game ends within a minute. So any advice you guys can give me on Starcraft 2, very much appreciated. So I'm gonna leave you now, just at the end of the game, just me getting pwned, because I don't really want to see that again. I know you guys might want to see it.